Hello, thank you for joining me today. You're watching Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. I'm going to be recreating a similar card to this. I'm going to do a baby card using Petal Pink and still using the designer series paper from the Twinkle Twinkle set. This template here was taken from Gainer Boyce from Stampin' with Joy. Here's one I made earlier, and this is one that I did on my Facebook Live. I'm going to do something slightly different from what she did, and that is to just change the measurements where I'm putting the DSP in the panels. Now these are great because not only are they fancy fold, but they do fold down and they'll fit nicely into a standard C6 envelope in the UK. And when this stands up, you can either have it tucked back a bit like that, or I prefer it opened up a little bit more like a panel card. I'm going to talk you through all of the measurements today. I'm going to zoom you in so hopefully you can see a good view of the trimmer and where the measurements are actually laying. So I've got a piece of A4 card and we're going to cut this in half to make it A5 size. So that makes it, oh, I've just counted that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 and 7/8. Now we're going to turn our card lengthways and we're going to feed it back through, and we're going to do our scoring. So this is the easy bit. The scoring is at 2 1/4 inches, 3 1/4 inches, 5 inches, and then at 6 inches. And that's all your scoring. Now I found the easiest way to fold this is to fold it from the centre panel first, fold it to the right and score with your bone folder, then fold it to the left from that centre fold. Oops, it helps if I get it in the right position. And then we are folding back on ourselves, okay? And the same with that other fold there, folding it back on itself. So then when you open it up, you've got that, that's the look that you want, almost like a, is it an omega sign? Okay, so there you can see your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels. Okay, on the short side, at 5 5/8. So let's just zoom you in again. So it's just the notch after the, couple of notches after the halfway mark, 5 5/8 of an inch. Now once you've done that, turn your page 90 degrees and then you can start cutting along your strips. So we need 2 pieces at 2 inches. Then you need 2 pieces at 9/16. No, not 9/16. Yeah, 9/16. So hopefully you can see where I've marked that on my trimmer. Or I didn't, do you call that 9/16? Somebody maybe be able to tell me. So it's just in there. So if you've got centimetres on your trimmer, it's the notch after the 2 centimetre mark up there. So you need 2 of these very skinny pieces which are going to fit down the side of your card. And then the last piece you need is 1 9/16. So I'm just going to work that one out. 1, 2, 3, 9, which is just before the 4cm mark if you have 4 centimetres on your trimmer. I'm doing this in very basic terms because I struggle with the whole 16ths and the 8ths thing. So that's why I wanted to show you the trimmer and just work it through with you. And there's no shame in counting. So hopefully this will give you a nice border around each of your panels. I'm going to go ahead and just glue all these panels down using our multi-purpose adhesive, and then we're going to get started on the decorations. I'm going to be using the Sweet Baby stamp set, and I'm going to use a few different elements from the stamp set. I don't know if I'm going to use all of the pieces after I've cut them out, but I'm going to have them in readiness. I'm using the matching ink, which is Petal Pink, and I'm going to get stamping. I'm going to be using the matching dies called Bouncy Baby Framlits to cut these elements out, and then I'm going to use the, I think it's 2 1/4 2.5 inch stitch circle die, and then the just slightly larger scallop die to cut out Petal Pink piece. So then that will sit in there with the layering circles die. So I've gone ahead and cut those out, and I've just laid them onto the card, and I've used the classic label punch just to cut out that label there. So we're just going to do a bit of colouring in with the blender pens and adding a bit of colour to what the shapes that we've cut out. And then I'm also going to go ahead and cut out some of the shapes from this designer series paper, the hearts and the stars, to add a few more elements onto the card. So we're just going to give our ink pads some resuscitation. 1, 2, 3. And then that helps to transfer the ink. Okay, so I finished fussy cutting all the pieces that I want for my card, and I'm just going to use some dimensionals on the back of the card elements that I want lifted up off the card. As you can see, I've used this paper before on the other side, but that doesn't matter because it doesn't show through. So just remember, there's always side B to card. Don't go and waste it, because it always comes in handy for little projects like this. I started to reinforce the backs rather than fussy cutting lots of card out and mounting that on a piece of card. I used a 1 inch and a 3/4 inch circle punch just to make that a little bit thicker for when we come and stick that down. If you want to put 2 white panels on the back for writing, you want to cut down 2 pieces which measure 5 by 5/8, and then at 2 inches each. And they will fit onto those back panels to give you a nice space to do your writing. I'm just going to finish this up with some Wink of Stella. Decide what we're going to wink up. So the card will cross over, but as I said, this fits nicely into one of our envelopes. and then this will just stand up nicely to go on display for the receiver. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Do let me know if you give this a try, and shout out to Gaynor and thank you for your template and your tuition. Do subscribe to my channel for further videos, and do give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Comment below, let me know if you've got any questions. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a good day.